through the spirit of Esau, not through the spirit of Yahweh Shai. Because like we read prior, y'all forsake the law. At least you forget God. Basically, that's what y'all did. Y'all forsook the law. Going back to Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. Right? Read this. Just to continue to back up that the brother was saying that this is a dream. Right? There's a reason why these 230 you Negro Latinos are in that state of mind. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. And with all lying wonders, right? And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause God shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness.
Right, and if you notice too, in the beginning of that scripture, it was talking about how y'all were filled up. That's why you're starting to set, that's why you're set the strong delusion, because like the brother was saying, y'all forsook the Most High. The scripture said y'all forsook the Most High, and y'all allowed yourselves to be filled. How did it say? With all deceivableness and unrighteousness. Y'all allowed your simple mind to believe in that fairy tale. When we always bring out to the scriptures that Israel was given the law, Israel was given the way, given the right way to, was given truth, was given a non-fairy tale, non-fiction. Is it non-fiction, that word, or is it fiction? I can't remember. But you were given the true thing, not a fairy tale. Yeah, you were given the good thing, and that, you know, it links up with the whole thing, big thing of subjects, man. But like, that's what the Most High was telling y'all people to do, to always remember these things. At least you get comfortable, man. That's what happened. Y'all y'all cannot, honestly, even a simple 2/3 cannot say that this world does not look comfortable today. You know? But that's what happened. And it's after that, so y'all wanted to get comfortable and trust in your enemy and be friends with him, thinking he was the one that was good. The Most High is allowing you to believe that he's going to lead you the right way, because the scriptures say to never trust thy enemy. All right, the scriptures say that, because his wickedness is always going to come back up. And Esau, Esau is our greatest enemy, man. He's ahead of the wicked. He's ahead of the wicked. He's our greatest enemy, not rival. I wanted to, you know, he's the one who hates us, man. That's the people. That's the nation that we're having to deal with, and the one who's putting all these things out. You know, like we always used to bring out back, you know, a couple years ago, we all used to bring it out. If Israel and Esau weren't important people or important names, why is it that their names come up? Why is it Israel? Why is it Israel is always being mentioned a lot? But on top of that, Esau's being named a lot. But when they're being named after the wicked. You know, because those two people, that's a good versus evil. No, the 2/3. 2/3 is evil, but that's who Esau's oppressing. The 2/3, us, the men of the Lord, the Israelites. That's our enemy. And as our enemy, the Most High already told you, an enemy cannot become your friend. It'll never happen, because that wickedness is always in them. So, because you want to trust your enemy, all right, the Most High is going to allow you to really see. In the end, he was your enemy all along. Though he gave you bread, or he gave you a car. Because man, we already brought it out last 2 weeks ago that even your nice rimmed out 24 blades Escalades, those cars are meant to stop you in that day from running away from Esau, because you already know they have devices out there that can stop your car. Like the brother was saying, you put your seatbelt on and it'll lock you in there, you can't even get out. They come up around the corner and shoot you. So that's not a friend. So the Most High, that's why 2/3 of y'all are going to be destroyed. Right? This is Isaiah, get this real quick. This is Isaiah 10:3. And what will you do in the day of visitation and in the desolation which shall come from far? To whom will you flee for help? And where will you leave your glory? Now I was referring to Esau, but can get to y'all too, because what are you going to do in that day if you wanted to forget the Most High? You already forsook the Most High, so who are you going to trust in that day to get you out of what's going on? you're gonna see the one you put your trust in trying to kill you. All right, he's the one. We already know he's the one that's setting up the camps. He's gonna kill you if he sees you on sight, which is more of another person to meet his quota for the Georgia Guidestones. And it said, and in the desolation which shall come from far, to whom will you flee for help? You forsake the Most High, man, you have no more help. The Most High ain't gonna save someone who put his name to shame, who trusted in unrighteousness, who trusted, and that's a lying wonder. We already know the word device means a crafty scheme or trick. That should tell you right again, y'all 2/3, y'all allowed yourselves to be caught up. That's why judgment is coming to America. That's why America is going to be destroyed, because they wanted to put out lying wonders, and because y'all trusted in oppression, y'all trusted in lies, trusted in fables, other doctrines, and when we were reading the scripture before we put the camera on, but in Ecclesiasticus, to be shamefaced of whoredom before your mother and father. Who is your mother and father? The law and Yahweh. So there you go. You put the Most High to shame. So you're going to be dealt with.
Yeah. This is Baruch chapter 3 verse 20. Young men have seen light and dwelt upon the earth, but the way of knowledge have they not known, nor understood the path thereof, nor laid hold of it. Their children were far off from that way. It had not been heard of in Canaan, neither had it been seen in Teman. The Agarenes that seek wisdom upon earth, the merchants of Moran and of Teman, the authors of fables, and searchers out of understanding, none of these have known the way of wisdom or remember her paths.
Right, and I just slipped my tongue, but you know, call him the author. Yeah, there you go. What do they call? What does the Most High call Esau? The father of sin. All right, same thing.
The father of lies.
The father of lies. And well, he is also too, like I said, and I think it was 1 John when it was talking about Cain and Abel, when it said that Cain too. Yeah, if that's right, in 1 John. I know it talked about him, but I was trying to get to that point. It said, not as Cain, or 1 John 3 and 12, not as Cain, who was of that wicked one that slew his brother, and wherefore slew he him, because his own works were evil, but his brother's righteous. Well, the point was, I thought it said something else, but Cain was, it represents Esau, but his works were evil. His works have always been evil. And like, one of my favorite scriptures in Jeremiah, like I said, can a leper leave his spots? Can a man who is accustomed to wickedness do anything can any good come out of him? No. The answer is no. That's how Esau is. Esau is the wicked, and that's why they call him the author of fables, the author of lies. So, because you wanted to put your trust in these lies, what are you going to receive? Lies back. Like that whole delusion.
This is John chapter 8 verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is the liar and the father of it.
There you go. And that's what, and like I said, the purpose of the devil is to kill. And that's what he's doing. These fables, these tales, all they're about is to, all they're made for. Man, if you do a little bit of research, man, well, here's one. Go up on the internet and research Constantine and the incorporation of Christianity. All right, it'll tell you that during the time that Constantine was trying to get his, it'll tell you that what they were trying to do was they were trying to put their gods, their gods into the Bible and incorporate them with the Bible. You know, because that's what they wanted to snare up the people, the Israelites, right? Well, it came to pass that the men of the Lord, not the men of the Lord, but the men who trusted in the Most High and knew this word, they were refusing them. The churches, they wouldn't allow Constantine to bring in his gods, pretty much Zeus, you know, all these gods that they worship today. But it came to pass that he actually started getting the people to kill these men who were protecting the Bible. All right. So, but the point is that Esau, that's what he wants to do. He wants to kill y'all. His job is to kill you. That's what his job is. Like I said, the people that you trusted in, have they caused you to err? Yeah, there you go. Your leaders that you trusted, they have caused you to err. And that's the whole purpose of Esau. The authors of fables, they don't know wisdom. They don't know how to give you life. So what's the opposite of life? If they don't have life, they got death. So and like it even says in Psalms 53, that the poison on the lips, how does it go? The scriptures are a little slipping me a little bit, but that their tongues are bent like poison from an adder.
Yeah. Psalms 58.
Oh yeah, 58. You know. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at the scriptures are telling you, man. The so-called white man, from the second he comes out of the womb, his mind's already trained up to start listening to his parents, and he's to go out and do his wickedness, and then give it to whoever he's supposed to.
This is 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron.
Right, and the point we're making right now is that Esau's the wicked, right? And like we've said prior videos, and the brothers have said it too, if doctrine is being taught, someone's teaching it, all right? Someone out there...
Someone came up with that doctrine.
There you go. Someone is putting that doctrine out there. Not like I said last week. No one's just. You don't just come around the corner and see a little book floating in the air, and it's another doctrine. Someone is teaching that it's true.
Yeah,
it's true. So, and who is that man? A so-called white man. All right. He's the one spreading these doctrines. I remember a couple years ago, the elders brought out a doctrine brought up by some woman, but a whole bunch of men started cleaving to this doctrine. It was, I think it started with the end, but it had to do about your own self-beauty. Pretty much loving your own self, trusting in your own beautifulness, whatever. Well, the point is, what was that scripture you're reading again?
1 Timothy 4:1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron.
Right, there you go. Okay, so again, Esau, y'all 2/3, y'all are listening to what the so-called white man tells y'all.
Doctrines of devils.
Doctrines of devils.
Made up doctrines. Doctrines that have no benefit towards you, spiritually and to life. That's what America is, that seducing spirit, and it leads you to a doctrine of devils. Who are those devils? The heathen. The main head is Esau. Okay? Now I'm gonna go down 1 Timothy 4:6. If thou put the brethren in remembrance of these things, thou shalt be a good minister of Yahushua Mashiach, nourished up in the words of faith and of good doctrine. Right? Because what is a good doctrine? It says this book, the law, statutes, and commandments, in the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. That's the good doctrine. And having faith and works intermingled with each other, not having one or the other undone. All right? And being there for the brotherhood and doing the work to the best of your ability. All right? That's good doctrine. And helping brothers with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and instruction to help them grow, to make themselves better and how to conduct themselves in a wiser manner in this wicked-ass kingdom. Like in Acts chapter 2, where it says to save yourselves from this untoward generation. That means a wicked, crooked generation, and this is that generation, man. All right, and that's what that's that good doctrine. Not believing in something that some man just came up with himself, and he takes all the credit for it. I came up with it, or he says an angel came to him. They got Joseph Smith, the Book of Mormons. That's just a bunch of bullshit. Those people hold up that man Joseph Smith highly. But we know that this book is not no book of fables. It tells you, Jeremiah chapter 30, if I'm not mistaken, chapter 1, tells you that the Most High spoke to him and told him to write the word that he speaks to him. Jeremiah didn't say, oh, I wrote these books, I wrote these words. Right, or an angel told me. Even in the book of Sirach, he says the same thing. He picked up the Bible, he picked up his father's book, all his father's wise writings according to Yahweh Shai, and he added onto. It's like it tells us to do that with each other. We learn from what we learn off each other, and we add on. We build upon it. We build upon it. But continues verse 1 Timothy 4 and 7. But refuse profane and old wives' fables, and exercise thyself rather unto godliness. For bodily exercise profiteth little, but godliness is profitable unto all things, having promise of the life that now is, and of that which is to come.
Like you said, godliness profit all things. That's what's going to profit you. You know, he just said a minute ago that these doctrines, they're not going to profit you.
Those doctrines are going to make you die. They're going to destroy you. Now, if you follow in the good doctrine of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, like it said in the last scripture, it says, having promise of the life that is now. Right? This life, because the Lord ain't going to destroy you. If you're going according to the law, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability, and you're the elect, he's going to make you, he's going to pick you up. He's going to fight for you. He's not going to fight for you just at the time where all hell breaks loose. He's fighting for us right now. Because the enemy wants to see us hurting. The enemy wants to see us down. The enemy wants to see us dying. The enemy wants to see us sick. The enemy don't want to see us having faith and standing up bold like all the brothers in the four corners of the earth are standing up boldly. They hate that. That's why we eat defiled food in the land. That's why they defile the food here in America and throughout the whole four corners of the earth. And what does that defiled food do? It makes us sick, right? Because it knocks down our immune system. Some foods are meant to minimize your muscle mass. You know, that's why Esau has put out all these different poisons, man. These fiery darts out to destroy us, right? So, like the scriptures say, like I just read, I'll let you pick back up. But for bodily exercise profited little, but godliness is profitable unto all. For this time right now where we stand, but also into the one we're going, Lord willing, for the elect we're gonna go into.
And then, like I said, at the end, to refuse profane and old wives' fables, because that doctrine of Jesus, right, that's an old fable, man. That's an old ass, that's a grandma fable, man. So, because, and that's how stupid you two-thirds are, man. Here's why I want to get angry at y'all. That's how stupid you are, because the truth is right in front of your face. We already told you last week that this truth is all over YouTube. It overtakes YouTube, and the truth, and we, every brother is out in the city or out there preaching enough to where y'all people can get an idea of what we look like now. So if y'all want to come up to us, y'all can come up, and we're obligated to tell you the truth. If you ask a reasonable, right time question.
Yeah.
All right. But y'all people are so lazy, man. Y'all are so lazy to where y'all can't just go on. Oh, well, first of all, when I go and put the videos up at the library every week, there was a bunch of y'all hoes and young men in the library going on Facebook like crazy, typing like crazy, and reading a whole big ass paragraph. You print that paragraph out, they can make a book, man. So why can't you read just a little bit of information about truth?
Write articles and shit. I write articles about y'all's fucking day, y'all's day.
Yeah, man.
The day y'all experienced, I write a fucking article. That's unprofitable. Yeah. That is no edification whatsoever for anybody. But just to be like, to receive pity or wanting people to, like feel sorry for you. What the brothers call y'all are fucking attention seekers. You know, but y'all ain't being attentive and seeking out this truth and writing down breakdowns or writing down notes on how you can answer a certain question or what have you, how to deal with a certain situation when you're put into